The players, Warrenpoint, we've played them a couple of times this season, and Michael, I think we've had the upper hand. I'm Dave Watt, and with me is Michael Scott. Familiar Glenavon team today, we'll go through it. At the back, James Taylor in goal. Right back is Jack O'Mahony. Centre halves, Callum Burney and Lee McNulty. And left back is Owen Taylor. In midfield, we have Conan Byrne, Robbie Norton, Jamie Doran, and Aaron Harmon, and up front Gareth McCaffrey and Josh Doyle. We will get the Warrenpoint team to you as soon as we have them. Subs for Glenavon. Michael, go ahead.
Not a problem. Thanks very much. Mark Matthews was obviously our sub-goalkeeper. Peter Bell, Harry Norton, Connor Sullivan and Lee Ray are the 5 Glenavon subs.
Brilliant. So we have a few
Warrenpoint team, because Warrenpoint haven't submitted a team sheet.
That's good. Al McCann, our resident drone pilot, is currently... Well, look, he appears to be asking Barry Gray for his autograph, but I think, to be honest, he's getting the team sheet, hopefully, so we'll be able to...
Al McCann flies the Moonview helicopter.
Does he?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So we're just waiting for the referee here for kick-off. And we're off. Josh Doyle kicks off. Ball moves out. Aaron Harmon is in fact playing at left back with Owen Taylor starting on the left wing.
Have to say here just at the outset that James Taylor could quite easily be one of the officials.
He could indeed. It's happened a few times. Well cleared.
Conan Byrne gave us a bit of a wave there and a smile before he started.
He certainly did. Conan has been quite good this season when called upon. I think we'll miss his experience, certainly in the dressing room next season, but...
definitely, I mean, Conan's a winner, isn't he? I mean,
played at the top level in the League of Ireland for Shamrock Rovers, for St Pat's, for many years. So he's certainly a good player. Warrenpoint throw on the far side, headed back by Aaron Harmon and on by Jamie Doran. Well, won again by Josh Doyle, but goes out for a Warrenpoint throw in.
Tell you what, you can see early on, Jamie Doran likes to get stuck in.
He certainly does. I mean, I was talking to Gary about him, and Gary certainly rates him in terms of his work ethic and the fact that he's confident on the ball, and actually his confidence is well beyond his age. Certainly a lot of players in that sort of under 17 team, I believe, are potentially going to make it.
Yeah, I have to say, you mentioned the surrounds were earlier on, different surrounds, but it's looking very well down here at Planters Park, isn't it?
It certainly has. I mean,
Hubert's done a great job with getting the grass cut.
Hubert is certainly a character. He's
oh, that's a good ball.
Ooh, a ball through by Owen Taylor there. Gareth McCaffrey nearly latched onto it. But yes, the playing surface here at Planters Park would put a lot of Premiership surfaces to shame.
Yeah, I mean,
well cleared by Burney.
You look at some of the surfaces in the Irish League at the minute, and you'd have to say that this would beat some of them hands down.
Absolutely. Back
good to see
Taylor.
Sorry, just going to say that. Good to see Callum Burney back in action.
It is flicked on by Doyle. McCaffrey's through. Beats his man. Takes a bit wide, and that ball goes out for a corner. Well recovered by the Warrenpoint defender. Early chance for Conan Byrne to get an in-swinger on top of the goalkeeper here and Glenavon apply some pressure. First real chance of the game there. Here comes Al McCann, the helicopter pilot, with Barry Gray's autograph and potentially the Warrenpoint team.
Yeah. All right, okay.
If we can possibly read his writing. Ball in by Byrne. Oh, goalkeeper misses it! And McCaffrey can't keep his shot down. First clearer chance of the first half.
I've run through the Warrenpoint team now. Al's done his job.
That's it. Well done, Al. Thank you very much.
So in goal, McMullen, 2 Mullen, 3 McStay, 4 Pete, 5 Boodery, 6 Butt, who I believe was actually on loan, on trial with Glenavon in pre-season.
That is familiar.
Mohammed, but I think his name is. Could be wrong on that. 7 is McDonald.
Apologies, folks. We are waiting for a ball. Hashtag Irish League behaviour.
7 is McDonald. 8 is Quinn. 9 is Forsyth. 10 Hill. And 11 Murphy.
Thank you very much.
That's your Warrenpoint team tonight. There are subs, but we don't know who they are.
There we go. We have an 80% chance of getting the team right tonight.
That team supplied to us by the Warrenpoint manager, Barry Gray.
Again, as I said, hashtag Irish behaviour. Liam McNulty up. Good headed clearance. Free header for the Warrenpoint midfielder. And McNulty again. This time cleared by Norton. Ball trapped. And again cleared by McNulty. Robbie Norton picks up in midfield. Plays it out wide to Owen Taylor. And another good recovering tackle from Mullen. Well read by Burney. And Harman picks it up.
I said it was good to see Callum Burney back in action. Also good to see Liam McNulty playing tonight as well.
It is. He's been unfortunate this season not to have more of a chance. Oh, Catholic sleep in there. Ball picked up and well recovered by Jack O'Mahony. Crossfield ball by Norton. Finds Taylor on the edge of the box. And in the end, another team effort. Well picked up by McMullen.
Good save that, actually. I thought plucked it out of the way very well.
Certainly did. The fact that we have a McMullen and a Mullen in goal for Warrenpoint reminds me of when we had Murray's, McMurray's and Hugheses.
Yeah.
Remember that a couple of seasons ago?
I do, yeah. There was one season where I think a lot of Stevens as well playing for us. There was a lot of Stevens playing for us at one stage.
Potentially. Well, I just remember there was a lot of Murray's, McMurray's and that playing for Warrenpoint a few years ago.
Yeah.
Throw in for Warrenpoint just beside the corner flag. Left for McStay to take. Nobody picking him up. And eventually cleared by Conan Byrne. Gareth McCaffrey holds it up. Play it back to Byrne. And clear by O'Mahony. Oh, Josh Doyle beats his man. Plays it across. Jimmy Doran is eventually crowded out. And the ball is well cleared by Boudry.
I have to apologise at this stage. I do have a bit of a cough. Don't worry. I'm all right.
Just for
we'll stay
COVID purposes, we are 2 metres apart. But we have Hubert Watson coming, who's going in the field to get that ball, he assures us, just to make sure that it will not be taken by the farmer. Neat play on the right-hand side. Conan Byrne plays it to McCaffrey. Unfortunately, has his pocket picked by Pete.
Excellent. That's a great line.
Thanks.
Pete picked his pocket.
That's all right. I've been getting my puns from Your Lurgan.
Wonderful website.
You haven't checked it out, people. Check it out. What's the website, Michael?
YourLurgan.com.
I do believe.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Owen Taylor with a free kick, plays it across. Harman and Burney can't get on the end of it, and it's cleared. Forsyth is knocked off the ball by Norton, and James Taylor puts his foot through it. Conan Byrne's through, and he's not offside. Ooh, straight through to the goalkeeper McMullen.
That's a lengthy old kick there from James Taylor.
James Taylor, certainly there's a lot of him, and I certainly wouldn't. He's a nice big fella, but I certainly wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him. Well cleared by Burney. And again, the ball finds its way back to James Taylor. This time it's a more considered pass. McCaffrey wins it in the air, played forward to Josh Doyle, who is offside.
I don't think he's disputing that one. I think he certainly was there.
No VAR needed there.
No. Linesmen doing a good job of getting decisions right these days.
Oh, they certainly are.
can say nothing more about that. There's legal action going on. We can say nothing more.
Couldn't possibly comment.
Couldn't possibly comment.
But some would say that the dinosaurs in the AFA got that one right.
I wouldn't say that. I would never slag them off, just in case.
I think you missed the subtlety of my comment about,
about
dinosaurs.
Oh, right.
Well cleared by Bernie.
I'm with you.
And again, McNulty, one thing you can certainly say about Lee McNulty, he wins his headers. Gary loves a centre half who wins his headers. He constantly says that in his post-match interviews. Conan Burning, they play between him and O'Mahony on the right-hand side. And unfortunately, the ball was out for a 1-point throw, which will be taken by McStay.
Oh, dinosaurs.
Ball down. Good pressure by O'Mahony and cleared by Burnley. Both comes through to Forsyth. Plays it across, and again, well picked by Burnley. Jimmy Doran looking good on the ball. Very confident and comfortable there.
Well done.
Plays it out to our captain for the night, Aaron Harmon. He plays the ball down the wing for Owen Taylor on his bike. Holds it up. Tries to find Harmon, but instead finds McDonald. Ball played forward by McDonald, and that was going to run through to James Taylor, who should comfortably pick it up and throws it out to O'Mahony. Glenavon have certainly, with a stronger team, looked a lot more in the ascendancy.
Yeah, the experience of this side that is there from the Glenavon 11 night certainly starting to show already.
Absolutely, it certainly seems that we are definitely on top, and with that, Gary's definitely put a team out to win this.
He has. It's certainly a team that should be winning this match anyway, put it like that. It's certainly a team that should be winning this match.
Absolutely, it is, yes. Good pressure from Norton there. Ball played over the top, but unfortunately Murphy will not connect that. You have a man down in the middle of the pitch.
I didn't see what happened there, did you?
No, I think he's just gone over on his ankle. Maybe Hubert's pitch was not as not as good as we thought.
People at home will have seen that, and we'll not have. So
yeah, so
they'll have the benefit of being able to wind this back and watch it again.
That's it.
Yeah. For all those people who complain about not being able to watch replays during our stream, maybe just to do it themselves tonight.
Absolutely, they definitely will. Yes, yeah. That is one benefit they have that we don't.
We don't. Yeah.
So that is number 8, Quinn, who is down for Warrenpoint.
I was going to say, are you getting tweets through to Glenavon_FC, but can't do that tonight either. No.
Well, you could, but
no. Sure, we're not going to be able to see them. Yeah, but the people are going to be watching that tomorrow. Or put
it like this, if you really want to tweet, I'm sure Michael and I could probably tweet you back.
I would tweet you back, yeah.
Tomorrow or today.
Maybe you'll watch
You're today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit sort of inception stuff there. Norton's pass finds McCaffrey and in the back of the net from Josh Doyle. A sweeping move by Glenavon. Clinical finish by Josh Doyle. Great wing play from Gareth McCaffrey.
Lovely move down the right there. Great ball into the box as well. By McCaffrey. Good finish. Yeah.
Definitely was. And that's something that I think, unfortunately, Josh Doyle has been a bit guilty of when he has played this season. Is maybe not been as composed in more recent games as he was when he first played.
Yeah, and I suppose that's the benefit of games like tonight. It gives Gary a chance to look at those players, likes of Josh Doyle and whoever else ahead of next season, to see what he thinks.
See whether they're worth a contract or not.
Yeah, and for me, I think Josh
looked very impressive.
Josh looked very impressive when they re-signed.
He certainly came out of the blocks more than Gareth McCaffrey in the first couple of games.
Yeah.
And then since then, Gareth has probably looked a little bit more up to speed.
Yeah. I see Gareth actually seems a bit.
I think Gareth is actually limping a little bit. He's feeling his groin there from that charge down. As you were saying earlier, another player that
I thought he was about to head that one.
Felt that.
Two balls in the pitch, ref. There we go.
Ball finds his way to Harmon. Played forward to Taylor. Doran plays. Can't quite play the ball back to Owen Taylor there.
Good to see Harmo wearing the captain's armband tonight as well.
It is, yes.
Gary was full of praise for him.
He's been. Ball finds its way through to Conan. Ball played across. McCaffrey can't quite get on the end of it. That was very unselfish play from Conan. He could have had a shot there himself.
I was just about to say that. Conan probably had to go himself, yeah. He was in a good position there. Even could have pulled it back to the man in the middle there, but he's taking the long option and hasn't worked out in this occasion. But no matter, we're one up anyway.
That's it. No, I think I'm talking about experience there. But Gary bemoaned the fact that we didn't have enough experience a couple of seasons ago, and then over the last year or so, they certainly signed a few boys that are some would consider the wrong side of 30, but with plenty of winning mentality and experience.
That was the joke I was saying the other day. Whenever I turned 35, I'm now old enough to get a contract for Glenavon. But
that's certainly. You're probably not far off it, Michael.
No.
That's
the thing. I mean, you need that experience in your squad, particularly when you're trying to blood through younger players, the likes of Wee Jacker and Dorn. They need to learn from those players, so it's good to have.
Well, that's
older, wiser heads in the dressing room.
Well, that's it. I mean, part of the reason why I think James Singleton is so good. Conan Byrne plays the ball across, can't quite find McCaffrey. We'll come back to that one. And Jack O'Mahony can't get the ball. Ball comes our way. So yes, part of the reason why James Singleton has got so good is the likes of, he had Kyle Neal obviously when he was coming through, and he in turn has been able to pass that on in the last season or so to Owen Taylor.
Well, exactly, yeah. I think that's one of the great
Ball
things.
Across, great touch by Doyle. And he drags his shot wide. Deflected, sorry, for a corner.
I think that's one of the best things about the Glenavon setup at the minute currently. There is that much youth experience and younger players are able to learn. But that was a good opportunity there for Glenavon.
Good play. I've been impressed with Robbie Norton. Actually, he's been very industrious in the midfield.
Yeah, well, Robbie's another one that's been about for a while as well in the squad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a lot of experience, maybe with not playing as many minutes due to a couple of injuries and maybe a few mistakes. Ball played across by Byrne, well headed clear and picked up on the edge of the box by Quinn. Ball played to Hill and under pressure from Norton. And O'Mahony picks the ball up, plays it into Harmon. And Taylor, good neat interplay by Glenavon there. And unfortunately, Conan Byrne can't keep the ball in. But yes, you were saying about the blend of youth and experience. It was what the first thing that Gary did when he came in was to sign a few of his.
Likes of Winky Murphy and all that there. Yeah.
If you remember right back to the day, right back to when he first signed, one of his first signings was John Convery.
I forgot about him playing for us.
Who indeed had played for Portadown, played with Gary at Portadown, and obviously had experience at Celtic as well.
Yeah, yep. I completely forgot about him playing for us. That's a good call.
Yeah, I only remember that because I worked with him. And he would never let me forget the fact that he played for Glenavon. But big JC is...
well, clearly I forgot about the fact he played for Glenavon as well, so it wasn't that memorable.
Here. But he certainly... Rolls Royce defender, but yes, he was one of the he sort of set the tone with that sort of a signing, with bringing in boys who had plenty of experience, who could help the younger players, because I think that was something he bemoaned himself. Harmon keeps the ball in, good cross, well cleared, and finds his way to Conan Byrne. No foul there. Ball goes out. And Jack O'Mahony is down after being hit in the head with the ball. I think he's going to be okay.
He'll be alright, he'll run it off.
As long as he can see where he's going when he's running.
Nothing worse than not being able to see where you're going when you're running. Definitely not. Speaking from experience.
I would agree with that. O'Mahony has recovered sufficiently to take the throw in to Byrne. Comes back to him. And unfortunately, can't keep the ball in. And it goes out for a defensive throw to Warrenpoint. It's gone a little bit flat since we've scored.
It has, yeah. Although, mind you, we've had a couple of chances since that one. But beyond that, James Taylor's just an observer at this stage, isn't he?
That's it. I think they'd be calling Al for a cup of tea.
I think we'll be calling Al for a cup of tea.
You be calling Al for a cup of tea?
Yeah, I'll be calling Al for a cup of tea.
I certainly will. Al McCann, the man of many talents.
Tea making being one of them.
James Taylor wants a cup of tea. Meanwhile, unfortunately, pass is overhit by Aaron Harmon, and that will go out for a goal kick. Just over 20 minutes gone.
Do you know what I'm going to tell you? James Taylor's kit, obviously bright yellow, highlighter yellow, is that what they call it?
Yeah, that is definitely highlighter yellow.
You know, he could do a shift for the DOE. He actually could go tonight, considering there's nothing happening.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be.
He could probably go up there and fix a couple of potholes on that road.
And then what you could do is you could get a few members of the local MLAs or councillors could come out and,
could go stand by
and point at them, and then you could put it on your lurgan.
Yes.
Because we are just about within the ball moving. We're just about within the bounds of what could be called lurgan, aren't we?
Yeah. Although, mind you, I think you're actually close to the Warrenstown here, aren't you?
Yeah, you're somewhere in between.
Warrenstown's down the road.
Warrenstown and Dollingstown. Well headed clear by McNulty, picked up. And unfortunately sliced behind for a Warrenpoint corner, a chance for them to put some pressure on.
He'll not be happy with that. There's us saying that James Taylor's had a quiet night. Put the scud on him.
Well, we always put the scud on Lee McNulty.
No, true.
Corner swung in. Well headed away by Bernie and picked up.
That's right. Taylor did nothing to do there, so it was all right.
That's it. Owen Taylor cleared. Good pressure from McCaffrey. And again, a thumping tackle there by Owen Taylor, taking no prisoners with that one. I must say I've been very impressed anytime I've seen Owen Taylor over the last sort of couple of years.
Was it the Mid-Ulster Cup game, the last round, the Armagh game he played? I thought he was excellent that night.
He was certainly pushing for man of the match. I know Conan Byrne had a...
Hard to believe that game was before Christmas.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're watching this one. Oh, well done from Jack. Draws the foul. Not sure which one it was given for, but there's certainly 2 or 3 on him there. Yeah, the last time we were watching Mid-Ulster Cup football, it was literally just before Christmas, and it was freezing, to say the least.
It was, but with our wedding banter, we
Bernie
surely warmed up the hearts of everybody watching at home.
Oh, it certainly did, especially Hubert, who is our host this evening, who was watching it in Dubai, I believe.
That's right, do you remember that? He was in Dubai watching us. Sorry, Dubai. Sorry, Karen, my wife, because every time I say that. Dubai.
McCaffrey takes the throw in. Byrne finds Norton on the wing. Crosses it in. And the goalkeeper takes it.
I forgot about Hubert being in Dubai.
He was. You know what will be even stranger? Next Friday night is the Bob Radcliffe final.
Yes, which Armagh City are in.
Yes, which are normally played on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how the teams will take that. Being played on
Does that mean we have to have Christmas again on Friday?
Here? Why not? Al, have you got a turkey?
Do I have to go out and buy the wife a present?
Have you got a turkey? Unfortunately, Al McCann has no turkeys. So maybe he's not a man of many talents. Turkey farming is not one of them. Al says he's been on holiday to Turkey, but unfortunately he does not have a turkey. It was a great one. Ooh. Hill misses the goal and finds the training pitch. No doubt Hubert will be on his bike to go and retrieve that one. Lynn Carpenter comes on and unfortunately signals to the bench that Jack will not be able to continue. Possibly looks like a concussion or a cut.
Oh, he seems to be. That's unfortunate for him. I thought Jack was actually doing quite well there until he took that knock.
Yeah, I mean, Jack has been very unlucky this season with injuries. He's just every time he seems to be just coming back, he seems to pick up another one. I mean, that's fairly innocuous, you know, collision with the ball, and he's off, and he may not be. No. You know, if that is concussion, that could be the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, he would still. No, he would. That'll be his season over.
That would be, yeah, because
10 days from today would be Sunday.
Yeah. And it's hard to believe that actually our season will end. Well, the regular season.
All right, enough.
Will end.
He can still make the playoffs.
Could make the playoffs, yes. So, substitution for Glenavon there is, I believe that's Sullivan has come on for Jack O'Mahony. Aaron Harmon has switched to right back. Owen Taylor has moved into the left back position, probably a bit more natural for him. Conan Byrne has moved across to the right, and Sullivan has come on to play on the right.
You know a wee bit about Conor Sullivan? Do you know a wee bit about Conor Sullivan?
Go ahead, fill us in.
He's 18.
He's 18.
He's a winger, and he's formerly of Oliver Plunkett's. He's formerly of Oliver Plunkett's.
Oliver Plunkett's.
In case you're wondering why I'm having to repeat stuff to Dave, it's because we can't actually hear each other in our headphones.
Yes, unfortunately, somebody...
Wasn't me,
who...
we'll blame Ben, he's not here.
That's it, Ben's not here. Oh, ball. Good play through the Doyle. Hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Possibly should have done better there, Michael.
Either side of the goalkeeper, he scores. Even puts it on the ground, he probably scores too.
He does. Liam McNulty steps in. Norton plays the ball out to Aaron Harmon. Back to Robbie Norton. And out to Owen Taylor on the left. Conan Byrne flicks it on. Robbie Norton goes beyond him. And that's a foul, surely.
Certainly is.
Good play there from Robbie Norton going beyond the striker there. Slightly unfamiliar for him. He's not usually a player who goes beyond. More industrious in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Gets foot in the ball next to pass the ball.
Be interesting to see what we can fashion here from this set piece.
Yeah, Conan Byrne certainly, part of his experience has certainly been his quality from his free
imagine
kicks.
this is oh no.
Ball played across. McCaffrey has an attempt and rather tame in the end, back through to the goalkeeper.
I was going to say you'd imagine this was floated in towards Liam McNulty, but nope.
Surely that would have been the obvious one. Conan isn't one to do the obvious.
Yeah, you see, that's it. You don't want to be predictable.
Good clearing header by Robbie Norton there. Finds his way back to him. He certainly seems to be attracting the ball a lot tonight, Robbie. Ball played up by McCaffrey. Good ball across towards Sullivan. And the goalkeeper takes it out for a goal kick. Just after the half-hour mark right here, Lee McNulty finds the clearing header there above Harmon. Down a challenge for McCaffrey to chase, and it's well cleared there. And we'll throw into McCaffrey. Stands on it, unfortunately, and Warrenpoint come away with it. Warrenpoint just don't seem to be able to get out, Michael. Good pressure from Glenavon.
No, Glenavon retaining possession well there. As I said earlier, all the pressures in the Warrenpoint half.
Fortunately,
I think Glenavon just need 2 or 3 more goals to kill this off.
Yeah. And it seems to be a little bit of lack of cohesion, but I suppose that's understandable. These boys haven't played a lot of minutes together this season. Harmon picks it up in the centre circle. He sort of plays it across to Jimmy Doran. Doran's ball finds Conan Byrne on the wing. First time left foot across. And the dummy from Doyle doesn't pay off as McCaffrey can't pick it up. Away come Warrenpoint. Ball played down the line for Forsyth. And
Good defensive play there, I thought, by Callum Burney.
Certainly is. Played it back to Taylor. Picked up by McCaffrey. Unfortunately, can't do anything with it. Norton picks it up in the middle of the park. And again, he can't quite do too much. Well flicked on by Doyle. But unfortunately, nobody there to pick it up. And again, Warrenpoint just seemed to not be able to go to their own half.
No, but again, all this pressure counts for nothing if you can't get a goal out of it. You know, okay,
that's very true.
We are 1 up, but
ball played again for Conan Byrne down the wing, and again he's thwarted by his opposite number, McDonald. Thrown to Norton. Norton beats his man, cuts inside, and unfortunately can't find a cross.
Corner.
But it is played behind for a corner. Another good drive and run from Robbie there.
Yeah, he's done very well tonight. Have to say, he's impressed me.
I think the most impressive thing about Robbie has been his attitude. He hasn't had much of a look in after the first game of the season, and maybe a lesser character would have let his head drop. Good ball by Byrne. Well cleared. And Doran picks it up. Ball in. He's offside, and
it was actually nobody put it in.
It was, but I think the fact that Doyle was so close to it, I think the linesman got that one right.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of what Doran can do. I think we may have touched upon this earlier on, but I'm going to say it again. I think he looks like a cracking player.
He does. We've seen him a little glimpse against Warrenpoint in the league. And in the friendly against Hannah, obviously the behind closed doors friendly, he came on for that one, and as Gary said, changed the game.
Yeah.
The last sort of 15-20 minutes. Almost throw again. Robbie Norton making himself available. Unfortunately, can't find Gareth McCaffrey. He surely would have been in there. Warrenpoint seemed to have moved their centre half, centre forward, almost.
Look at that, yeah.
As an extra striker up there, just to confuse things. I wonder if he's as good as Milan Barros, who played up front for Liverpool, wore number 5.
Yeah, that's right. He always wore number 5 as well. Yeah.
There was There was a team done of odd numbered. What 1 to 11s?
Right. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11.
No. I mean, as in.
Oh, their squad number.
Yes.
Yeah, because that only means 6
so
aside.
you would usually associate a number 9 with centre forward, or a number 1 with a goalkeeper, and then a 1 to 11 of people who played out of position, as it were. Certainly interesting. I think I remember a few centre halves and centre forwards.
Did Mid-Ulster play up front for a while for United?
He did, and the one I was actually trying to think of earlier was it Gary Doherty? Played for Norwich and played for Spurs.
Yeah.
And then, of course, probably the most famous centre forward who could play centre half was Dion Dublin.
Yep.
He of Hones Under the Hammer fame now.
Stirs up to the bedrooms.
Yes.
His catchphrase, isn't it? Something like that.
Something like that. But I think
there's a video of him saying it on YouTube. I know that much.
Along with Unai Emery's "Good Evening."
Good evening. That's my favourite. Alakan just said he's glad we're not charging for this. I totally agree with him.
I think we should. Harwell calls it. Unfortunately, can't win it. Falls to Boudry, and again, Robbie Norton puts pressure on him. Warrenpoint just don't seem to be able to string a few passes together. Conan Byrne gets the advantage from the referee, and finds Josh Doyle on the left wing.
You were going to say I guess the advantage from the goalkeeper, weren't you? Because they're wearing the same colour top.
That's exactly what it is. I'm so infatuated by the fact that James Taylor is catching my eye in his bright yellow goalkeeping kit. Resplendent would be the word.
Yeah.
Oh. Unfortunately, Connor Sullivan can't keep that one in. So we're getting close to the end of the half.
Are we?
We are indeed.
Good.
Time seems to have flown, but
time flies when you're enjoying yourself, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. Jamie Doran again. I think that's impressed me most about Jamie is his vision when he gets on the ball. He's able to pick a pass, and he's calm when he's there as well.
Excuse me. Yeah, I've been impressed by him so far. He seems very keen, very eager to.
He doesn't look out of place.
No, he doesn't.
Another Conan Byrne corner. Callum Burney making a late run to the back post.
Aim it towards McNulty. Get it on the big man's head. There it
ball.
is.
And again, unfortunately, Glenavon can't get a head on it. Ball played clear and recycled again once it comes to Robbie Norton. Right to one Taylor on the left. Plays the ball across towards McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries to knock it down for Doyle, but unfortunately can't link up with his fellow dub. Ball played down the line and picked up by McNulty. James Taylor has time. Looks for his man. Plays the ball forward. McCaffrey's onto it. But well cleared up by the Warrenpoint defence. To Murphy. He finds himself under pressure from Aaron Harmon. And plays the ball back to his goalkeeper. His clearance. Barely makes the halfway line. And again, Aaron Harmon will take the throw just in front of the camera. Harmon tries to play the ball down the wing, but unfortunately can't complete the pass.
I think Gary and the coaching staff will be happy with what they've seen in this first half. I think they'll maybe be frustrated that they haven't added to their tally.
Certainly will.
But I think.
But by all accounts,
in terms of
firmly in control.
Yeah, oh, definitely, most definitely. You'd hope that as the second half goes on, we'll increase our lead, because Warrenpoint, I know it's a team of under 20s that don't seem to be offering the whole time, to be quite honest. I have to say actually as well, I think the player who stood out for me is probably their goalkeeper. And the only reason
Their goalkeeper.
their goalkeeper. Yeah.
He's looked good under pressure.
He has.
Good in the change play there. Ball finds its way out to Norton. Turns back and plays the ball to Conan Byrne.
And by the way, but what I'm saying there is no disrespect to Warrenpoint, because
No,
I just think Glenavon obviously have had more of the play and more of the
he's
ball.
been the busiest of
I haven't seen a whole pile of what Warrenpoint this team can do.
Again, Jamie Doran.
That's another thing that I think might creep in as the game goes on, if it stays the way it is.
Cross by Sullivan.
If Glenavon are continuing with this pressure. And
Foul there.
Warrenpoint
down the wing. Oh, Colin Burney just about. Keeps his feet and heads the ball back to James Taylor.
As I was saying there, I think whenever as the game progresses, if it continues, I think this Warrenpoint team will maybe get a bit frustrated.
There is potential. I mean, if you're in a cup semi-final,
one or two, they're just starting to creep in there.
They are indeed. Harmon drives forward, plays it across to Doran, who looks for Conan Byrne, but unfortunately Conan had cut inside there. Ball played across. Colin Burney misjudges that one. And here goes Woodry, and Burney deals with that one well. Puts out for a Warrenpoint throw in with a couple of minutes to go to half time. This is the time of the half, Michael, where you need to be really concentrating to make sure that you don't concede going into half time.
Oh, I thought you meant I had to concentrate. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Well, you have to concentrate the whole time, Michael. Oh.
Well, I'll concentrate on that in case it comes anywhere near my head.
That's a very good one. Great touch there by Jamie Doran. Unfortunately, can't pick that up. Robbie Norton picks the pocket again. Caffrey's touch finds Harmon, who looks for Doyle. Well picked up. Short back pass. The goalkeeper just about deals with it. And finds a collection of directors from, looks like possibly the Warrenpoint directors. Harmon's throw to Norton. Back to Harmon. And again to Doran. Plays it back to McNulty. And Conan Byrne. Conan Byrne's come quite narrow in the last few minutes, trying to overload the midfield.
Wish I was quite narrow.
Again, Byrne plays it out. Nice Taylor back into Byrne. Comes forward and plays the ball across to Robbie Norton. All out there, and Harmon trying to spread the Warrenpoint defence. Good ball across. Unfortunately, Gareth McCaffrey can't get a meaningful contact on that one. And Warrenpoint break. And that's what they call a professional foul. Right, there was no yellow card from the referee there.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. I suppose it's a winding down tactic now. We're nearly at that time.
A couple of minutes to half time.
You
want to make sure that your
lead
stays intact.
Warrenpoint will actually probably be happy to come in here at 1-0.
Considering the chances we've had, yes, absolutely they will. I must say I've been impressed as well with what we've seen from Warrenpoint number 9 for South. He's had a few good touches and picked up a couple of decent positions. Unfortunately, he just hasn't had enough of a chance to show.
Yeah.
Harmon plays to McCaffrey. Good play, and unfortunately Josh Doyle is caught offside. Apologies for any inappropriate language you may have heard there. We are right beside the pitch.
I was just coughing, like.
Michael, have you done your COVID test recently?
No.
We might have a spare one that we're using for Friday, so you can have that one.
Oh, no. You need that. I'm not.
Good dummy from Taylor there. She was a good turn of pace. And it's fouled in the process, right on halfway.
You realise there's going to be rumours going around the internet now that I've got COVID?
Not till Thursday night, you're fine.
No, that's all right then. Plenty of time to instruct my lawyers.
That's it.
And we've got the number for Crusaders.
To expedite the situation.
Expedite,
that one, expedite. That's a big word. Good ball by Byrne. Can't quite find McCaffrey, but picked up on the edge by Robbie Norton. Plays it across to Harmon. Takes a touch. And finds Sullivan, who unfortunately can't keep the ball in. I'm not sure Conor Sullivan would have been overly prepared to come on when he did. So he's been a little bit cold, but he should find his way into the game.
He wouldn't have been expecting to play as much of the game as he is. But he's done all right. He's done okay. He's settled in all right.
He certainly has. I mean, the fact that Glenavon being on top has sort of helped, I'm sure. Good play from Josh Doyle. Finds Doran. Plays it back to Conan Byrne. A few players slipping. And there goes the half-time whistle.
Excellent.
Glenavon won 1-0.
Not a bad half for Glenavon there, but happy enough. I think. As I said earlier on, I think we just need a couple more goals to kill this game off.
Yeah, it's certainly been a half that Glenavon have dominated, and probably could have and maybe should have been another couple of goals to the good.
Yeah.
I think the second half, as you say, we might see a few of the younger guys there. Certainly Harry Norton might come on and get his foot on the ball in midfield and create a few more chances. But I do believe that if things keep going the way they will, I think Glenavon certainly will come out with the victors, and we'll see them at home for the final on Saturday. He joins again for the second half. Teams are just taking the field. The scoreline of Glenavon 1 Town 0. Looks like there's no changes for either team. Obviously a change in the first half where Jack O'Mahony had to go off because he got hit in the head with the ball and was replaced by Conor Sullivan. So 1 point will kick us off in the second half. The referee's just checking his earpiece. Looks at both goalkeepers, checks his watch again.
As Eamon Dumpy would say, I'm back, baby.
Oh dear. The only problem with that, Michael, is you didn't do the RNA before, so it didn't really work.
No, I won't do that.
I'll be back. No. Unfortunately, our host Hubert is not looking too happy. His usual jovial self. His Spurs were beaten by Aston Villa.
I don't think that'll matter, Hubert. He was pleased that Donstown's being shown in such a good light. Although, mind you, it is starting to get a wee bit darker. I would notice that.
It is indeed, a little bit.
We should have enough lights to do this for 45 minutes anyway. Don't be that big a problem.
Corner will be taken by Owen Taylor. In swinger finds Gareth McCaffrey, but unfortunately Gareth McCaffrey's header only finds the trailing pitch.
Well, at this point in time, I should point out that our league commentator, Dave Watt, has just remembered he's got an appointment.
When you forget you have a physio appointment in the middle of a semi-final of a cup.
Brilliant. Well done. So, after thinking I was going to get a night off, with being your league commentator, now back in harness.
I'm joined in his Irish League debut, or Mid-Ulster Cup debut, by Al McCann.
Al McCann, yeah.
Glad to be here.
Any claims to fame in the world of football, Al? See you later, Dave.
There's Dave away.
Talk about Irish league behaviour. Commentator walks off in the middle of a match. I've never.
Oh, he says he quits.
He quits.
He quits.
It's like I've seen this happen a few times in wrestling, where the commentator walks out. I quit.
And he'll run back in a few minutes.
Out of a steel chair, beat you with the head.
Well, it's a lovely evening here at Planters Park. Absolutely beautiful surroundings here.
I'm glad you could join us, Al.
Yeah, no, it's great. I hope everyone's been enjoying the coverage so far.
Here's Josh Doyle. Taylor plays it forward to Byrne. Here's Taylor again on the overlap. Pass the ball in the box.
Cross.
Oh,
Just missed
good
it.
opportunity there. Another cross in. Just fell at McCaffrey's feet, bounced off him. McNulty heads it back forward. Cleared away. Boudry.
Good tackle.
Hill tries to get forward there, but Glenavon once again take the ball. Taylor plays it forward.
Tried his luck.
Connor Sullivan there with that effort on the first half as a sub.
Conan Byrne here out on the wing.
Conan Byrne, great cross.
Oh, nobody there. Oh,
Oh, well.
into the
Actually
side
was.
netting.
Sullivan was there, but set the side. That not a bad effort.
I think Conan's feeling his legs a wee bit.
Yeah, but hopefully can continue anyway. How are you finding your first few moments of being a commentator?
It's interesting when you've absolutely no notes and 5 minutes before kickoff, the Warrenpoint town manager, Barry Gray, didn't actually know his team. And as he said himself, he was guessing most of them. So hopefully we've been getting them right. It looks as if there's going to be a substitution for Glenavon here coming up soon. There's a bit of activity on the bench.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sullivan knocks it back to Norton. Plays it forward, looking for McCaffrey. Cleared away by Pete. Still can't believe what I've just seen. Hey, Dave Watt's still here.
And his car, and he's waiting to retrieve the ball.
He's waiting to get the ball.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, did you see that throw?
That was the worst throw I've ever seen.
Oh dear. Here's Harmon.
Though a certain goalkeeper in the Irish Cup yesterday would have been quite proud of that throw.
Again, for legal reasons, say nothing. Goal kick to Warrenpoint. Mullen launches it forward towards the bright pink boots. Cleared away by McStay. Going to be a Glenavon throw in here. Oh, good chance there.
We've had a lot of luck down the wings this evening. Glenavon had been pretty much free access down the wings to get the ball into the box. Unfortunately, our finishing just has not been there. And really, other than the Lee McNulty offside goal, you know, and then we had the Josh Doyle chance up against the keeper as well, straight at the keeper. Really haven't had much else.
Owen Taylor to take this corner kick. Looks for McNulty. Get away with Boudry. Piece clearance comes off Dorn. Throw in the Warrenpoint.
Free kick goes the way of Warrenpoint. Just over the halfway line.
Yeah. Hill's going to take this free kick. Those are very bright pair of boots.
Yes, that's a very pink pair of boots, yeah.
Now, throw in the Glenavon. Aaron Harmon's going to take it. Right beside the Warrenpoint dugout. Doyle tries to win the header, but it's flicked on by a Warrenpoint defender. We have a free kick to Warrenpoint.
Yeah, the referee has let the game go as much as he possibly can. There hasn't been any, really bad tackles tonight. Thankfully.
No, there's been nothing too bad. As I said earlier on in the first half, I think just as the game wears on, you might see a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Frustration creeping in,
yeah, to the Warrenpoint team maybe. Long free kick. Harmon wins the header. Shot goes wide. That's the first time Owen Taylor's really had anything James Taylor's had anything really to do. James Taylor has disappeared.
Easy way to get the ball.
Oh, there he is.
Either easy way to get a cup of tea, don't know. Yeah, we're quite lucky that it's not overcast here, as it has. You can see with the sun setting, the light levels have definitely dropped, and obviously a lack of floodlights. So hopefully this match is done in the 90 minutes. I don't think we want penalties. I think it'll be too dark to do penalties. We'll be turning the car floodlights on, or the headlights on.
Snow's not putting cars in the pitch anyway. We've learnt our lesson from the last time we tried that.
No. And I think it has been said before, but the playing surface here at Planters Park is exceptional. Absolutely beautiful.
McNulty for Glenavon. McDonald. Flicked on by Quinn. For Scythe. McDonald. Cut out by Taylor, but it's eventually cleared away by Aaron Harmon. No nonsense there.
Nope, well out by Harmo. Just a bit too much on that ball, unfortunately. Out for a throw under Warrenpoint.
One of the things I've discovered from doing these commentaries is the fact it's really difficult to drink a cup of tea while you're doing it. Here's me all settled in for a quiet second half. Then Dave Watt remembers he's got an appointment. Anyway, Taylor. Back to Taylor.
Yes, and it wasn't as if he just remembered as we were sitting at half time. Literally, as he put the headphones on for the second half, I just saw his eyes light up as his brain clicked into gear.
Yeah. Harmon.
Decent ball from Aaron Harmon.
Looks for Byrne. Goal kick. I think Conan Byrne has been one of the better Glenavon. Well, I said they've all been quite good tonight, but Conan's
we have
stood out
been.
for me
We've been
tonight.
solid. We've been excellent at the back. Lee McNulty has won every ball that's come through them. Conan has been having great luck on the wings. For obviously retiring at the end of the season. I doubt if you had said to him at the start of the season that he would be running up and down the wing in the middle of Warringstown in the Mid-Ulster Cup semi-final. But no, he's been playing well.
Ball down to find Josh Doyle, but it comes back here to Norton. Beats Butt.
Nobody
cleared
there.
away eventually by McDonald. Norton again. Harmon puts the ball in the box.
Decent
Looks
ball.
Oh, good effort there for Conan Byrne.
He had a lot of time to think about that. The ball was in the air for a very, very long time.
You can see him shake his head there. He's very disappointed with that effort. But you know what? Not a bad shot. I mean, the ball's cup. It's a high ball in. It's difficult enough for him, I think.
Oh, exactly. He got underneath the ball, I think, with the flight of the ball, and I think finding himself there, got a nosebleed, and there he was. Ball presented to him. No, the ball was just a little bit too high, hit him on the top of the head.
There's a substitution going on here. Gareth McCaffrey's coming off. I can't see who's coming on.
Number 49.
Lee Ray. Lee Ray.
Warrenpoint on the ball.
Hill puts the ball in the box. Taylor.
Too close to James Taylor. Glenavon break. I think Warrenpoint haven't been poor tonight. I wouldn't say they've been poor. Glenavon have obviously been the better team. They've had to be their front two. Warrenpoint front two have been sort of feeding off scraps. But I think Glenavon are playing quite a few fringe players who haven't got a lot of game time recently. So
ultimately, those are players who have probably got more experience than this Warrenpoint team.
Oh, definitely.
Again, you have to consider as well, this team has probably barely kicked the ball all year.
Oh, totally, yeah. Bit of frustration coming out now from Warrenpoint.
Mullen there, not very happy with what's just happened.
Only the ball clean up the line there. He had full view of it, and the ball sort of just drifted out of play. But obviously this is one of the games that was switched last minute from Mourneview Park. We were supposed to be playing this tonight at Mourneview Park. I think the amount of football being played there this week is pretty crazy.
Yeah, and of course the final of this will be at Mourneview, so great scheduling.
Yeah, it's the day after the Irish Cup final. I was down this morning, and other than the goal mouths, the rest of the pitch has held up pretty well.
I was going to say, because I thought Mourneview looked, obviously we were there yesterday, or if you're watching this on Thursday, 2 days ago, and I had to say that I thought Mourneview Park was looking spectacular.
The pitch was incredible. David McClure, the groundsman, has done an incredible job all season to keep the pitch absolutely pristine for the players. And after that there was a lot of rain just before the Linfield game, Ballymena game yesterday. There was a lot of rain and hail as well. And you could even see it in the coverage. There was a lot of sitting water. And the goal mouths. Well, the ball, a bit of argument there with the referee. The ball had gone out of play, and obviously you could see it led to a Glenavon goal, but I think the ball had gone out of play. No, going back, the pitch, there was reasonably dry this morning. Thankfully, there was no rain today, even though it was forecast. and the goal mouth hopefully will have dried out sufficiently for the final on Friday, and then as well as the final on Saturday.
Yes, which, if, I suppose we can say this now, if Glenavon are in the final, we'll be streaming the game live. We'll do that on Facebook.
Yes, that will be free on Facebook. We've tried to bring, obviously, every game live this season. Unfortunately, the 4G internet connection down here at Planters Park just wasn't strong enough to do a live stream tonight. But if Glenavon are in the final on Saturday, the match will be live for free on Facebook. Hopefully Dave won't have another appointment and he will be back in commentary.
We'll check Dave's diary.
And I can go back to doing the scoreboard. Be nice and dry and warm.
Sure. If he's unavailable, Ben will be doing nothing. He can press a button while he's talking. There's Kyney's just walked into the ground. Fergie too.
10 yards there.
Obviously, we were at both semi-finals at the weekend, or the weekend on Monday.
Tuesday?
No, Tuesday. Yes, it was last night. It's far too much football at the moment, Michael.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, how did you feel? Obviously, seeing it from a background. Obviously, sad that Glenavon weren't involved, but it was interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes.
It was interesting to see how the AFA run things.
Yes.
You know, they're very. The one thing's done, the one thing's done right.
They do.
You know, as we found out on a couple of occasions whenever they came in, like the things we didn't know, like the scoreboard has to stop at 45 minutes, no stoppage time.
Yeah, I mean, I would run the scoreboard at Warrenview Park, and I always ask the referees if they're happy with me to do certain things, put up extra time, things like that. But apparently it is a rule in the Irish Cup that you do not show extra time, injury time.
Ball there for Lee Ray. Sorry, Al, you were saying?
Yeah, the clock has to stop at 45 and the clock has to stop at 90. So, yes, I never knew that, but as I was told yesterday by the FA, I know it now.
A learning curve for all concerned.
Yes. No, it was a good experience. It was nice to see behind the scenes and how things are run. But it would have been a bit of I think just Glenavon not being there just definitely put a dampener on things.
Yeah, I think if we had been there, if we'd reached the final, don't think I would have enjoyed it at all, because I know from experience the last two semi-finals we were in, I enjoyed the semi-finals more than the finals, just through nerves.
Conaburn, good touch, nice ball in.
Ooh, there you go, have a go.
Yes, I think we enjoyed the first semi-final more so than the second semi-final. The second semi-final, Linfield were the better team. Ballymena didn't show up on the day, and I think we all know what happened in the first semi-final.
I think as well, you know, of course, going back to the issue of, you know, how would I have felt if we were in the semi-final? Nerves killed me the last time, and like the 2014 semi-final against Crusaders, I remember kicking every ball in the stand, or feeling like I'd kicked every ball while standing in the stand. Also, I wasn't on the pitch kicking every ball because Gary wouldn't pick me. But I think maybe having the semi-final at home would have added a wee bit of pressure as well.
It would indeed.
It would have been hearts and mouths stuff. However, not to be.
I think the lack of fans as well. I mean, it would have been incredible though to see the scenes outside the ground. There would have been quite a few
ladders around the place.
Yes, there was quite a few ladders there yesterday. It was, and they let them away with it.
Offside there.
Yes, I think it's very. I think Glenavon are pretty much. they're not putting themselves out here too much.
No.
They've got all the play. They're getting the balls in. They're just not creating the final product. Out for a throw-in to Warrenpoint. Yeah, the Warrenpoint chances have been few and far between.
They really have.
They occasionally are getting a bit of luck on the channels here, but their front two are definitely picking off scraps here. But Glenavon can't afford to be complacent. I think just continue to play the way we are, and hopefully we'll get another goal here. Kip, this is a bit of space opened up. And that'll be a corner for Glenavon. Conan Byrne will be going out to take it. And Lee McNulty is up.
We are going to make a goalkeeping substitution. Mark Matthews is coming on.
Really good goalkeeper. I've seen him a few times in reserve games, and excellent goalkeeper.
Son, of course, of Phil Matthews, formerly played for Glenavon between the sticks. He was a good keeper back in his day too. Do you remember him?
I don't actually know. What era was he?
Oh, late 90s, early 2000s, I
Right, okay.
think. Could be making Phil a wee bit older than what he actually is there, but no, I think in and around that time.
Well, that's good. A bit of goalkeeping pedigree then. That's good.
Oh, yeah. No, Phil was a good stopper back in the day. Played for Distillery as well, I think, if I'm right in saying.
Okay, Glenavon corner. Conan Byrne to take. Bit of pushing in the box. Lee Ray's on the ball. Nice ball back in.
Ooh.
I think Josh Doyle was perfectly entitled to jump for that ball there. I think they...
Yeah, I mean, I suppose as a striker he's going to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. I think Warrenpoint weren't happy with it, but he was perfectly entitled to go for it. That's Mark Matthews' first touch of the ball. Spreads it wide. Aaron Harmon. Again, Glenavon, excellent play down the wing, just to get the final ball. Ball just over the line.
One more point, he made a sub. Didn't even know that. Never saw that. I tell you what else, because of the team sheet we have, couldn't even tell you who it is. I have to apologise to him, I just don't know who you are. Sorry. Here's hoping he doesn't score, because that's going to cause all sorts of problems.
Yes, I was quite surprised with Warrenpoint. In fact, there was nothing on social media either. So either the team was very, very last minute, or they just simply forgot.
There's another substitution being made, actually. It's Boudry who's going off. I thought he'd actually done quite well for them.
He had. Warrenpoint have not played badly. Yes, Glenavon have had the majority of the play here tonight, but Warrenpoint have acquitted themselves well. They're just Glenavon have definitely been the better team.
I suppose we'll take this opportunity to mention our last stream of the season. Dungannon on the 29th of May. 5:30 kickoff. It's live on 247.tv/Glenavon N.I. Brem. Hang on.
Oh,
Robbie Norton.
out for a corner.
Sure.
Glenavon bench calling for a corner there, but
I
no,
thought
it is
was
a goal
corner,
kick.
No, okay. Yes, lots coming up in that final game of the season as well. That our coverage. We have goal of the season compilation, potentially a competition. If you want to tweet in with your favourite goal, go for it. There's no prizes, like, so can't really call it a competition. What else we got in that one? We'll have all the goals from all the recent games.
We have a few interviews as well, don't we?
Probably.
Potentially we have some interesting half-time coverage as well.
Yeah, well, we hope to have an interview, a live interview with the chairman, Adrian Tier. We'll also be giving our esteemed viewers an insight into how we put this stuff together.
Yeah, it's a shame that obviously it's our last game of the season and it'll be potentially our last streamed Irish League game. It was a bit of a daunting task at the start of the season, but I think hopefully everyone will. We've acquitted ourselves quite well and put on an interesting production every week. Yeah, it'll be a bit of a shame when we press the go live for the last time.
Speak for yourself. I'm looking forward to the end of it.
Yeah, but we do hope. I think we do hope to continue with our sort of behind the scenes videos and what have you during the week.
Oh, we have some good big ideas coming up for the season ahead.
And if they allow us, we might continue to do the Mid-Ulster Cup next season, potentially. If they allow us to.
Never say never, you never know.
Yeah, but with fans back in the stadium, it'll be all...
You'll not need us.
Hopefully back to normal. Or as normal can be in these days. Free kick to Warrenpoint. Just inside the Glenavon half. We have a Glenavon player down, I think with a bit of cramp potentially.
Owen Taylor. Barry Gray there pointing out a few instructions.
On with the magic sponge. He does seem to be in a bit of discomfort now.
Yeah. Of course, we've used up all our subs now, so we'll have to play out the closing stages of this game with 10 men if he does have to come off.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure how much time we have left.
Just over 15 minutes, I think. Right, Nuffy's away at the stop clock as well. Unbelievable.
15 minutes left.
Thanks, Mervyn. Mervyn McKinley there keeping us right with the time. What a legend.
Obviously, everybody watching at home has the luxury of a clock.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully a clock.
We should have brought the scoreboard down. Dug it up, brought it down.
Threw it in the back of my van.
Yeah.
Well, it is our 12th man after all.
Uh-huh.
Glenfair back on his feet.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to come
Just
back
get
on.
a little bit more treatment on the sidelines here.
Maybe not. He's just going to stretch it
He's
out.
just stretching out his calf. Free kick to Warrenpoint.
Mullen's going to take it. Matthews going to take the ball out of the air.
I think that has sort of been the way this match has gone tonight. It's just been the final ball for both teams.
Yeah.
But the Glenavon goalkeepers have had very, very, very little to do.
Oh, very much so. I mean, the balls into the box, the very few of them that there have not troubled Taylor or Matthews so far. Although, that could change very quickly. No, well dealt with by the goalkeeper there. Rushing out the edge of his box there to get one. Of course, that last game of the season, that we're talking about earlier on, our final stream. Well, hopefully, I'm hoping. It's strange sounds strange saying this, but I sincerely hope there's not that very many people watching it. Because obviously we'll have fans back in the ground.
Yes, we will indeed have fans back in Warrenpoint Park, which will be fantastic. It feels like a lifetime ago that they were in the ground, and it definitely adds the atmosphere. I think the games this season, with the few people we have had in the ground with the COVID marshals and what have you, it's just it really hasn't felt the same.
From a commentator's point of view, somebody who's never really done this before, having no atmosphere doesn't help you.
No, it's been interesting watching the streams. Just how.
That's a great ball there. Sorry,
a very good ball.
Lee Ray dispossessed there by McDonald. Going to be a Glenavon corner.
That was a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it'll be getting fans back in the stadium. I think is what everybody wants, and yes, it'll be a shame that it'll be the last game. That'll be it all over and done with. But
and hopefully as well, obviously it's just the 500 in this time round. But by the time we come back in late August, hopefully we'll be back to capacity or something close to it anyway.
Yeah.
Corner will come in here from Conan Byrne. Indoors Manoli. It's in.
That was Callum Burney or Josh Doyle.
It was one of the two. I think Josh Doyle's claiming the plaudits there, is he?
I believe so.
Yep, he's definitely claiming the goal. It was
was
all
good
about the
to
ball
see.
in though from Conan Byrne.
It was indeed. It was an excellent ball in, and it's good to see Glenavon getting another goal, and also good to see Josh Doyle getting a second. Good player. Obviously, his opportunities have been pretty much few and far between this season since he came in. But again, he's another one of the players that played pretty much no football for 6 or 7 months, so taking a while to get himself match fit. But I think that pretty much wraps it up now for Glenavon. So,
referee.
Hopefully you'll all enjoy the stream on Saturday. Yeah, you can see the frustrations from Warrenpoint is starting to creep in now. The niggly fouls will hopefully don't start being a regular thing now.
Yellow card there for Quinn.
I don't want to see any bad tackles. Potentially a couple of injuries here for players, which you don't want to see for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, obviously, Michael, now I think it's pretty much set in stone that Glenavon are going to be in the final. As we said earlier, the match will be streamed live on our Facebook page, Glenavon Facebook page. It will be completely free. And it'll be Dave Watt and Michael back on commentary again.
Looking forward to it.
Do we know what time?
Look all in the final.
Yeah. Do we know what time kickoff is at?
Nope. I'm going to assume 3 o'clock. Excuse me. But yes, so we will have details of when that game kicks off. Closer to the time, I suppose. Once the Mid-Ulster FA confirm it, I would assume 3 o'clock.
Yes, I would say they'll try to get it pretty early. Yes, I don't think I could do another late kick-off this week.
The you and me both be in trouble with our wives. Of course, 2019 was actually Glenavon against Loughgall be a repeat of the 2019 Mid-Ulster Cup final when Loughgall defeated Glenavon.
Yes, you would hope there's a different result.
Yeah, that was at Lakeview Park. Here's Byrne. Lovely turn there by Byrne.
Lovely run into the box. Oh, that was a handball. Nope. I think that was accidental there. Yes, an interesting commentary position here.
It really is.
at
Yeah.
Hunters Park. We're very, very close to the pitch. In fact, I'm amazed we haven't been hit by a ball tonight.
Do you know something? The people at home would actually realize we're actually 10 foot away. Oh, sorry, 10.
Oh,
Josh Doyle's got his hat trick. It's another
Excellent.
Cronenburn corner. Turned in.
excellent ball. Lovely, lovely ball in. And Warrenpoint just stood there.
Yep. That's the match ball for Josh Doyle. He's certainly staking the claim for a place in the squad next season anyway.
Yes, we're very close to the pitch. In fact, we have probably been seen a couple of times for those corners
Yeah.
on the left-hand side
I
here.
was just going to say, the people at home can probably hear Remy Flanagan coming in the background. In actual fact, we're about 10 miles away from Remy. No worries, Remy.
Yes, after the game last night, we were all presented with our COVID kits for the game
Well,
on Friday.
yeah.
So
It's just another
that will
strange
be an
experience
interesting
as well,
experience, yeah.
Having to pass a COVID test before you get into a football match.
Yeah, the fact I've had both of my vaccines as well, it'll be an interesting experience to take a COVID test. But
Was that you boasting? Or?
things you have to do, yes, yeah. Not that I'm old or anything, I just...
Of course, by the time this goes out, people will know the news that over 25s will be able to go and get their vaccine as well. So things progressing quite well there.
Yeah, I think they'd passed a million doses there, I think, during the week that announced it. Warrenpoint,
chance
with
here
a
for
rare
Warrenpoint.
foray into the box. Again, it has just been the final ball.
Yeah.
Glenavon obviously totally changed there in the second half. Some excellent corner play. Josh Doyle being in the right place at the right time, but just Warrenpoint have just missed that final ball.
Goal kick from Mark Matthews here. Looks for Josh Doyle. Finds him. But Warrenpoint.
Josh Doyle got a little kick there, but he's
He
up.
did. He's hobbling there.
I think just on the bottom of his foot.
Here come Warrenpoint again down the right hand side. Peter Taylor's deflected off McNulty.
Colin Burney there, getting the ball away.
Murphy McKinley tells us 5 minutes left to go. Actually, wasn't far off. It is 5 minutes to go. So
I think Warrenpoint might be going for the short corner here.
no,
Glenavon have two players out.
Warrenpoint were also making a substitution there while that was all going on.
Mark
Easy
Matthews
again for
comfortably
Matthews.
saved there, yeah. I think obviously Warrenpoint might be a player coming back from injury. Just give him a few minutes in this match. I don't think anybody coming on now, I don't think it's going to change the game. But here we go.
Good save.
Good save from Mark Matthews down to his right hand side.
It was
or
Hill with
left
the
hand
chance.
side, sorry.
That's Warrenpoint's first shot on target
It
anyway.
is indeed, yeah.
It'll be Hill who had that shot at the corner. And a free kick to Glenavon for handball.
Handball in the box by Warrenpoint, yep. There's a very flat, low corner there as well. It was pretty much hand height.
I was going to ask you to pick a man of the match, but I think it's pretty obvious who it might be.
Yes, I think in sort of Glenavon tradition, with our match sponsor, Josh Doyle, who with his hat trick has been excellent. I think the Glenavon defence, so I think we should
We're going to find a fourth here. This is Conan Byrne. Pulls it back. Oh,
just popped off his foot.
Norton.
Robbie Norton. Spreads the ball out wide. Aaron Harmon on the ball. Manages to get the ball under the control. Passes it back into Robbie Norton.
Oh!
I think Aaron Harmon with the captain's armband tonight has been pretty solid. Lee McNulty as well has been very, very solid in the centre defence. Good to see Callum Burney back, getting a few minutes. No, I think we'll give it to Josh Doyle.
I'm glad you did, because that would have made what I said very stupid.
I think in terms of Glenavon have pretty much, they've been solid tonight. Warrenpoint have not offered up very, very much, really only in the last 5 minutes or so. And it was, we had spurned a few chances, but no, I think we've wrapped things up pretty rightly, and the best team has won on the night. And if there's any other football cliches, just write them down for me.
It's a game of two halves.
No, but it has got reasonably dark now, and I think the match finishing here on 90 minutes is definitely what is required. Ball comfortably back from Aaron Harmon to Mark Matthews.
Lee McNulty just checking himself out there. Referee having a word.
Mark Matthews hits it long. Again, that's just one of those little frustrating, niggly tackles, which always seems to occur in these games.
Yep, yellow card there too.
Back at his feet, seems okay. Hopefully he can run that off. Robbie Norton on the ball for the free kick. I think we are about 2 minutes away. Aaron Harmon again out wide. Plays the ball back. Back with Burney across to McNulty. And for about the 500th time tonight, the ball is out wide of Conan Byrne. Lovely ball again inside.
Aye. Well, couple long left now, Al.
By my watch, we have 1 minute. I do not know if we will have much injury time. I can't see the referee playing very much anyway.
No.
But I think we should thank the Mid-Ulster Football Association for allowing us to bring the game.
Yeah, fair
result
play to them.
tonight.
They've let us do this one. They let us do the Armagh game as well, and all being well, provided nothing changes between now and then, we'll bring you the final as well.
And I believe they were also, even if Glenavon weren't in the final, I think they were going to ask us to do the final as well, even
Were
if
they?
Glenavon weren't in it. Yeah, Dave was saying earlier on, and I think our Glenavon cameraman was had been already tasked with the job.
This goes to show you. We've been good this year, Al. We've been good.
I've enjoyed every minute of it, and it would have been nice to finish it off with a little Irish Cups final, with Glenavon lifting the trophy at Mourneview Park, but alas, it was not to be. But no, it's been good fun, and hopefully big things to come next season.
That's it.
There we
Full
go,
time.
full time. He blew the whistle. So, yeah, I think all round a great performance by Glenavon, and
Yeah.
I think deserved winners.
Full time 2-0. Can't really complain if you're
3-0.
what's 3-0. Sorry, yes. If you're Warrenpoint fan. I mean, Glenavon. Their experience showed in the end. I think it's fair to say.
They did. There was a few tired legs out there at the end, I think from Warrenpoint in particular, and but Glenavon acquitted themselves well. It was great to see there in the dance seconds there. Conan Byrne was still calling for the ball up the wing. So, good to see. And at least Glenavon get a final this season. Even if it's not the final we wanted, but I think we'll take it.
That's it from us. We will see you again. Well, I'll see you. Hopefully Dave will too if he hasn't got anything else on. For the final on Saturday afternoon. All the best. Thanks very much for joining us.
Cheerio. Bye-bye.